Welcome to Monday Mornings with Michelle, the new business podcast. Whether you're kicking off your day or kickstarting your business, Michelle is going to kick your ass into next week with the essential fours: strategy, systems, support, and state of mind. Now, welcome to center stage, Michelle Nedelec.
Hey there, peeps. This is Michelle Nedelec, and I am so glad that you're here today with us. I have an awesome guest today. Her name is Petra Contrada, and she is absolutely amazing. Thank you, Petra, for being here.
Thank you for inviting me, Michelle.
Awesome. So give us the 5,000-foot view, who you are and what you do.
Okay. You said already my name. I'm Petra Contrada. I'm a German in New York and the founder of Thrive and Win in Life and Business. I'm tour the globe and speak internationally on the matter of change, because change is my passion. And I'm also a spiritual entrepreneur and rebel, and a success and fulfillment mentor, and also known as the Queen of Change. And mainly female entrepreneurs, leaders, and business owners hire me to be the change, because most overthink and underfeel and are forever missing key opportunities in life and business. Bottom line, you must be the change to thrive and win.
Nice. And how did you get into being a change coach?
How did I get into? Oh my God, that is really a good question. Basically, I'm passionate about helping people to change their lives from very, very early age. And at age 56, my life changed totally. To the outer world, everything looked nice and fine, loving marriage, successful six-figure business, and it seemed all to be going well. Yet I found myself in an extremely difficult phase, and I realized that I was totally overwhelmed and overweight, and not so happy anymore with my life. So that resulted, on top of that, that I had a serious health issue. And I have to admit, I had neglected many things I learned in my life, professionally and truly, foolishly. And I also had closed my eyes to my most trusted advisor, my husband. And my daily experiences had become one that seemed to purely revolve around work and paying the bills and fulfilling everyday wants and needs. So it's not surprising that I got sick. But then I got a very intense awakening, and I changed my life within a year. I dropped over 100 pounds. I changed my whole lifestyle. I said, I have so many gifts. I was 25 years in the corporate international trainer for big companies, coaching and mentoring. And I said, no, it's time to really do what I'm really passionate about. And this is helping people to make a difference. So many people, and you will not be surprised, statistics show that over 80% of the people in this world do not like what they do. They are not happy. So resulting in the change that I experienced and I'm putting in my life, I realized that a lot of people are hesitating to change because change is not easy. Change can be difficult, and also the fear of the unknown. So I said, that is my special gift. Having through so many changes, and then just recently changed my life completely, and knowing that it works, I became a success and fulfillment coach and mentor, and my theme is change. So I work with people that are ready and willing and able to tackle the change in their lives, to really make an impact in their lives and also in the lives of others.
Nice. I love the way you say ready. It's like the engine starting. And it's like, okay,
Yes.
we're going ready.
Yes, you're ready.
So what did you do to lose 100 pounds? That is fantastic. Congratulations, and awe-inspiring.
What did I do?
Yeah.
First of all, it was a life-threatening. I was in a life-threatening experience. And I said, so what do I need to do? I educated myself. What is the best thing for me to do? I started January 1st, 2015. I was ready because before I was physically still too weak to do anything. So I prepared myself to start. And January 15, 2014, I started with a daily exercise. I developed continuously a routine for myself that I applied, watched what I eat, and really went step by step by step. And I was committed and dedicated. And within a year, it was gone.
Wow, that is fantastic. Cool. So what in the corporate world you were doing training and what kind of
So in the corporate world, I was in 25 years in the beauty or cosmetics industry, and I was working for big German companies. Not only German. The biggest I started out was Parfum Christian Dior, French company, but I worked for them in Germany, and then because of my knowledge of English. A German company hired me to create their first international training program, product sales, but also executive leadership development training program. And then I changed companies, headhunters called me, and this way I also came to the United States. So I was about 10 years internationally around the world, teaching and training corporate people, salespeople, leaders in the industry until I came to New York and was in New York for the division of the Bankiser group and was head of international training for several brands here.
Nice. So I'm assuming that all that career was super helpful in what you're doing now.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. I mean, basically, being 25 years in the corporate world, seeing everything from mobbing to being laid off because of environmental changes like company moves and so on. Dealing with that, helping people to grow in their fields and in their jobs, especially dealing also with leaders. And then after 9/11, just moved back to the United States from Germany. I basically moved 3 times over the Atlantic back and forth. After coming back September 2001 and losing my job in December with a husband and a 3-year-old, I started my own business. So 17 years, have my personal business experience to run successful business. So I can offer a lot of varieties of training in business development, because people now ask me, what can I do? How do I improve my business? But mainly I work with people on really making the change with themselves, in themselves, because we have to start with us if we want to have a successful business. And I work also mainly with entrepreneurs and leaders that want to shift into the entrepreneurial environment, fed up of the corporate world, and I said, I still have so much in me and I want to do something. I want to bring my message out to the world. I help them to get that realized. And this is what I'm passionate about. But we have to
clearly, yes.
change. We have to start with change. Change is only in us. We have to start with the mindset, the belief systems, and a lot of other things that are essential to really be successful.
Nice. Would you say that change is something that people are innately comfortable with, or is it something that they can learn if they're timid and not wanting to change?
Change itself is scary. And there are some people, that are, like they jump off the cliff. They love it, like me. But there are a lot of people out there that love to stay in their comfort zone. And I happen to be sometimes there too. All depends where you are right now. The problem is that our environment, the people we live with or people we work with, they want to keep us small. And often this holds us back. And then, it's uncomfortable change. You have to, I need to go out. I need to step on comfort zone. Am I worth it? Can I really do it? Will I be successful? There are so many others out there. So these are the questions that make it not easy to really tackle it on and really live that fulfilled life you're destined to. Because I truly believe that we are all destined and we have a mission to accomplish here. And not only to go the easy way and stay in the corporate world and get a paycheck, which is not so secure these days either, with everything what's going on in the world, but really to say, okay, I can do it. I have what it takes, and this is where I come in and help those people to really dig deep, get out of their head, go into their hearts, and then find that fulfillment or that fulfilling message they have and that they bring to the world. Because every voice counts, and there are people out there that needs the help and the voice of that particular person. No questions about that. This is my deepest belief.
Nice. I love it. So give us an example of a Cinderella story, one of your successes, if you will, rags to riches type story.
Oh my goodness. Where shall I pick? I just had somebody call me last week, and this was only from a talk that I gave last year. And she asked me, and she said, soon we are opening up again, and I would like to invite you for another talk to one of my groups. And by the way, your talk that you gave, and it's only a 20-minute, half-hour talk, the talk that you gave last year inspired me, and I doubled my income last year.
Nice.
Yes. And then she said, and by the way, 2 of my colleagues also were inspired to change their life. One said, yes, she is right. I need to do something. And she changed positions and she found her dream job. And the other one, she made some serious changes in her personal life and changed her life and got a promotion and everything. So just from a talk. So other people, so I have a couple of things where people can work depending on where they are and how deep they want to dig into. So one person, for example, one of my clients, she worked with me on the Thrive and Win roadmap, where we go, starting with yourself, what is your greatness, what is your passion, and then really creating an action plan, an action step. She tripled her income within a year.
Wow.
So these are stories that I have, and it's not for everybody. It also depends what the people are willing to do. Right. And how you want to jump over your comfort zone and do what it really takes. I love to quote Jim Rohn. He says, fake it until you make it, and do what you need to do. So, and this is my message also to my clients, and I help them to accomplish what they really dream of and live that life that we all want to live, full of fulfillment, freedom, and fun. I accomplished, like, for example, not only I got healthier with what I developed, the Thrive and Win roadmap, and I have another concept, which is multidimensional strategies, which is a totally different approach of working with your business. I mean, we all do, our marketing, and you do the digital marketing and everything, the standard things, but it is, there is way more beyond that. And I call it also the missing link, and I call it multidimensional strategies, which is incorporating energy work in healing and protecting and growing your business. And that is very unique. let's say there are some people out there that do energy work for businesses, but I developed, and thanks God I have a husband who is over 50 years intensely trained and discovered a lot of things, and he trained me to do this. We are doing this over many years now. We are incorporating that in that training that I have, multidimensional strategies, which gives the additional link. So that means the invisible forces that are out there that we neglect or don't know about it, help to manage those and boost your business. I say energize your business.
I love it. Well, one of our philosophies is that mindset is everything. It's paramount, especially in an entrepreneurial organization, because the owner, the founder of the company will manifest into the company whatever is going on inside of them. So they can try all the tactics they want. They can, do the Facebook ads, do the Google, do the online stuff, write a book, do whatever, but they will fail monumentally if they don't have the mindset in place. And as soon as they change their mindset, it's almost like it doesn't matter if they're doing Google or the book, or if they're doing any of it right, it becomes right because now their mind's in the right space. So I absolutely love what you're doing.
Yes.
But tell us a little bit more.
But it's not only the mindset. It's not only the mindset.
What is it?
One part. It's the mind. It's the heart. We have to also work on our commitment and our confidence and on our willpower. These are the three things where most people stumble at one point or the other on their journey, especially in the beginning. Commitment, confidence, and willpower. We have to work on this. We have to develop that. And that's why that was I including in what I call multidimensional strategies. They learn to really find their strengths, greatness, remember it and keep it always in their mind. It's confidence. Then they commit to themselves. Commitment is key. That's why it's so important also to find what is truly what is your deep desire, your deepest passion, what you really love. Like Steve Jobs already said, if you are not passionate about what you do, the moment it gets difficult, fail, because you are not keeping it up. So you have to be passionate, you have to be committed. That's a very important part. And a lot of people, they are not committed enough to themselves and to their mission. So we have to find the right mission. That's very important. Then willpower. Willpower is not easy. We humans beings are lazy, but there are tools and techniques where we can strengthen our willpower. And on top of that, I said to round this up, we also need to work on the energy. There are invisible energies out there that are attacking and manipulating ourselves and our businesses. And there are also ways to help protect yourself and your business energetically. And this is what is a specialty of mine.
Very cool. So give us an idea of some of the stumbling blocks that somebody might be going through right now and they think, oh, Petra, I need you so badly.
Oh, sweetheart. Right now, it's the ideal time to call me, because I know a lot of entrepreneurs and business owners are out there and they are struggling. They are scared. They are fearful. They realize they have to change something. They want to, the business is not running anymore like it was because, everything is hard hit with COVID, or they want to start something new. These are the people that should now be calling me, because I can help them and guide them in the direction that they know that's the right thing. I'm going to go for it. And we create the action plan and action step. And then they, from out of that, they find their voice, they find their language, and then they can work with somebody like who transforms that into the optimal digital marketing idea.
Nice. That sounds awesome. So what kind of ways do you have for people to work with you? Like, do you do online courses? Are you one-on-one? What?
I do one-on-ones. I work with people one-on-ones. I have several packages depending on where they are. I usually have a 30-minute clarity to change session to see where they are, and then we can decide what they need and go either into one-on-ones, and they have different ways to work with them, or I'm right now, I'm reworking and creating a new online course, a 6 weeks course to start, which is the Thrive and Win Roadmap, which I will be launching probably in July and August. That will come out soon. And this is a start of really getting that change going and creating that life and that business that gives fulfillment, freedom, and fun.
Nice. So if somebody's interested in working with you and finding out more, how do they get a hold of you?
Okay, so they can get in touch with me. They can check out my website, petracontrada.com. They also can get, I have a little freebie to sniff into my work, which can be obtained at www.ichange.live, Live. They meet my alter ego in a bot, and then they just follow a couple of steps, and then they can download the 5 elements of change, the key elements of change. It's a little ebook, and they also get the opportunity to hop onto that call with me and see how I can help them to change whatever needs to be changed in their life and their business.
Well, that sounds awesome. Well, thank you. And peeps, for those of you who are on the road, if you don't get a chance to write that down, just go to awarenessstrategies.com/blog, and we will have all Petra's information there. You can search her on Petra and change, and she will pop up, I promise. Nice.
Absolutely.
So before we leave you, I want to ask you one question. So at what point in your life did you know that you were that special kind of crazy enough to think that you might become a successful entrepreneur?
You think basically I knew that all along, but I had a great career in the industry. I very early on, when I was 18, I met somebody and I fell in love with. He was, and at that time I still lived in Germany, and he was from Egypt, and I was crazy enough to jump onto the plane and go to Egypt. And I'm an adventurer. I say, I follow my heart, I flow with the energy. So I went to Egypt, and I ended up within 2 weeks being a supervisor of the beauty farm in the Ramses Hilton Hotel.
Wow.
And then, stayed 2 years in Egypt, and I always knew, I have the guts, and I have my adventurous nature. So I knew one day I will have my own business, because I always thought, okay, my husband then, he was a professional athlete. And I said, okay, we will do our own, beauty farm, health club, whatever, with all around. So I always knew that I will have my own business, and I love it, But even when I was in the industry, I know I was a sales manager, regional sales manager, and I was heading stores in the department stores for Christian Dior for many years in Germany, and then this was already doing, like, working my own business, because I had all these responsibilities for the team, for the sales, for everything. So I knew that one day I will have my own. And then after 9/11, I was brand new again in the United States. I said, what do you do? And jumped right in. So I love change. I love to jump off the cliff, and not everybody needs that, but because I have all these experiences, I can help people to implement that change, what they need in their life to move forward.
Nice. I love it. Because I know that you're a rebel like me, and I know that to us, change is the initial part is difficult. It's like there's this huge boulder, but then on the other side, it's fantastic, awesome, and amazing. It's like you never could have imagined how good it was over here until you go and do that. And I love that idea, notion. I was brand new all over again.
Yes.
You just get to keep starting all over, and you're excited about it, and that's awesome. It's absolutely is.
Just tell you, like with my husband too. We met, I saw him, it was like love at first sight. I saw him and I knew that was him. I knew. 6 months later, we were married. 2 months later, we moved to Germany.
Holy.
And after our wedding, and 9 months after our wedding, we both. So it's like, we always say too, we found each other and we took each other by the hand and jumped off the cliff. So this is something what, I encourage everybody. Get the courage to change whatever needs to be changed. And
nice. So whether you find yourself in a position of change by choice or by chance or starting all over again, unwillingly or willingly, a little enthusiasm and excitement and just kind of, okay, well, I'm awake, so got to do something with the day. Let's go make it a good one.
And it's better to make a good one. And statistically, as I said earlier, 86% of these people on this planet do what they do. And I hopefully, and this is my mission actually, to help millions to live that life that they really enjoy. And that is my mission. That is my deepest desire to do that. And so come on. I help you.
Nice. Any parting words for our peeps when they're taking on their week this week?
Can you repeat that? I did not.
Any last words for our people?
Oh, any last words is wherever you are at this point and you have the feeling, you cannot move on and you don't know what to do, just trust and believe in yourself, and get that jump over the cliff, get out of your comfort zone, and it will change. It all depends on the action that you take on at that time, at that moment, and continue with it.
I love it. Thank you, Petra, for being here with us today. You are awesome.
Thank you.
Well, this is Michelle Nedelec. Thank you for being with us here today. If you know anyone who would make a great guest for the show, or if you have questions or topics you'd like me to discuss, reach out to me at michelle@awarenessstrategies.com or connect with me on LinkedIn and Facebook. I'd love to hear from you. Thank you for listening to our show. I am all about being a resource center for entrepreneurs to give them the information and the support they need to make it in business. As such, I have Taking Your Business Digital Q&A every Wednesday at 2 p.m. Mountain. To register for that, go to awarenessstrategies.com/digital. That's DIGITAL. I look forward to meeting you and actually finding out how you are. So see you on the flip side.